Okay, we are live. Hey, everybody. What's up? We've got Purple Cash Eater on from Australia. It's lunch.
G'day.
It's lunchtime there. Another good day. We got H's out of our ears tonight. H's
Out of
coming
your
out of our ears.
ears, Scott. Your
Ears.
ears.
Ears. Sorry, H's coming out of our ears.
That's it.
I have a
There
lousy
you go.
Australian. I have a lousy Australian accent.
It's
Lousy.
close enough. It's close enough, mate. It's close
Yes.
enough. All right. I'm getting all my
Yes.
stuff sorted as well. All the lines are all sorted, Scott, so they're done.
The lines. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
good.
So now for tonight, the whole point of tonight as well is to confuse the heck out of Scott with
Me?
our accents. Yeah, because
We can do that.
Terry and I, it's going to be so easy to do this. But
We can do that.
But then again,
a lot of all of our listeners too, dude.
I was going to say it'd be all the
Except
listeners
for the
as well.
Australian, except for the Australian ones. We can do everybody
Oh,
else.
there'll be some Australian listeners come through. There always is. I mean, I
I
was.
know, that's what I'm saying. Except that they'll get it. They'll get it.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah.
understand it, but everyone else would be like,
You
"What
remember
was that comment you said? What was the McDonald's one you said? Like,
Max?
no. What'd you say? What was the sentence you said with the getting the smokes?
Terry,
Go to
what did you-
Macca's.
Oh, Shazza and Dazza are stopping by the servo to pick up some durries and head down to Macca's. And then later on, they're going to the bottle to pick up a slab.
And you know what she said.
So
she just-
Sharon, and
she literally just made sounds, is what she did.
yeah,
Literally
Sharon, Shazza is Sharon. So Sharon and either
How,
Daryl.
how is Shazza Sharon?
It's what it is. Anyway,
Shortened.
they drive to the gas station. They pick up some cigarettes. They then go to McDonald's, and then before they go home, they go into the liquor store to buy a case of beer.
That's what
So
she said.
that's exactly what she said, word for word. Yeah.
I know.
Promise.
I'm just gonna have to trust you on that.
Yeah. Look it up. Google's your best friend.
Google Shazza.
Yeah, Google Shazza Australia. Google Australia Shazza, and it'll come up Sharon.
What
So,
really?
Yeah, exactly. And so you ready for this as well? This is going to blow your mind too. We don't have any Mikes in Australia.
Mites?
Yeah, Michael in Australia is Mick.
Mick.
So if you're a
M-I-K-E
Michael,
is M-I-K-E is Mick?
no,
or is
there
it
is no
just-
M-I-K-Es. It's M-I-C-H-E-A-L is Michael, and it's shortened to Mick, M-I-C-K. Oh, there you go. See, every H, he loves the H's.
Oh, you're doing it again.
But yeah, it's shortened to Mick, M-I-C-K, not M-I-K-E.
Really?
Yes.
So any Michael's a Mick.
Yes.
Hmm.
See,
Okay.
I told you. It's easy. Terry, it's so easy with these Americans over here to blow their minds with one word. I go to a bar, sit down at a bar, grab myself, and I ask for one of your local beers, and straight as soon as I say beer, everyone turns their head,
Yes.
and that's it.
I was
That's
just
one
going to
word.
say
That's all
the
I do.
word
Yeah.
beer, to me,
Yep.
when they say it, it sounds like bear.
Bear.
Yeah, they say
bear.
Bear.
Beer.
I want a beer. Yeah, it's beer.
beer.
That's it.
Marianne, can you do an American accent? Can you do American?
Oh, probably just from TV shows or
Let me hear it.
whatnot, but probably
me
not
hear
a
it.
very good one. Oh, I can do a Boston. I
All
think
right,
I
let's
can
hear
do a Boston one.
Let's hear.
You got to put the sauce on top of the pizza.
No, that's New York. That's New York accent.
New York?
New Jersey,
Okay.
actually.
Is it?
No, we go to New Jersey. No.
Oh, New York.
Oh.
Hey, do New York.
New York?
Yeah, it's more New York. Yeah, it's more New York.
Yeah.
Boston is
Hey,
more
I'm
Boston.
walking here.
Park the car. That's
Park the
Boston.
car.
Pack
Park the car.
Pack the car in the car pack.
Yeah.
Just to
Like
walk
a
the
ride.
dog.
Isn't that a South African accent? Park the car in the car park?
Yeah, that's South African. Yeah, there you
South
go.
African, yeah.
That's South African or a posh Australian, one of the two.
Well,
Craig, can you do American, Craig?
Well, I can kind of do an American, but I go normally southern. I don't go up north. I go real
You can't,
southern.
you can't do a Midwestern. You can do a Southern.
I do a southern. I go southern all the time. It's so yeah. I just go southern because I just literally roll my R's. That's all I pretty much do.
Right. Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, I just copy from TV and movies, so it's like, Dolly Parton or the redneck accent, those sorts of ones. Dear me.
All right, here we go. All right, guys, tonight's
All right.
episode, let's discuss your first letterbox. Guys, give us a call, 808-468-7924. You can give us a call, and you could talk about your first letterbox, whether you found it or whether you hid it. Let's talk about your first letterbox, your thoughts, your feelings, your experience. Let's talk about it. I want to hear about your first letterbox. I do. I really actually do. Here we go. But before we do that, we got to get to the show. So let's get to the show here. Chad, come on, you Chad. I'm going to call you Chad. for all night. All night. It's
Craig,
locked
you
in.
are now Chad.
Because you're freaking to the left of me, and like there's a male to the left of me. You're Chad, so you're just gonna be Chad.
Okay.
All right, guys. Here we go. Everybody good? Everybody good? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means it's once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks, and please welcome to my virtual left tonight the host from Down Under, see Michelle. Not Chad.
G'day, Scott. How are you today, mate?
Good day.
G'day.
And please welcome from the real Down Under, from currently living in. See, Craig is a pseudo past wannabe. This woman is actually there. It's lunchtime right now for her.
It is
We have got Purple Cache Eater, the host of, go ahead. What are you the host of?
Geocaching Down Under podcast.
The Geocaching Down Under podcast. Yes.
G'day, everyone.
There you go. Just for you. Yeah. So welcome, Terry Ann. She is the host of the Geocaching Down Under podcast, which was previously hosted by one
See
Craig.
Michelle.
Yes. I started that quite a few years ago, and then I had a hiatus before I managed to find Terry, and who was great to take over it for me from there. So, yeah, she was so good, and now she's just developed into this magnificent host of the podcast out in Australia. So,
Stop! You're making me blush.
So thank you for joining us tonight to talk.
You're
Chad
welcome.
is on out on assignment tonight, so we appreciate you stepping in.
No problem.
Tonight's episode is 8:39, recorded live on November 13th, 2024, and it's Let's Discuss Your First Letterbox. Phone lines are open, so give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG, and for you international callers, you can call us, free via the web at cullenstudio.com/show/GCPC. But first, we need to talk about the Patreon before we get to anything. We just had October. October is bill season here at the GCPC, and we need to pay those bills. So, guys, there's two ways you can help us out. You go to PayPal. You give us whatever you want. It goes straight to the bills. It's paypal.me/the Geocaching Podcast. You make a one-time donation, and you're done. And you're happy, and you feel good, and you sleep well at night. But you could also join Patreon. Greg, Patreon.
what do you get for patrons? Do I say? Is that too early? Is that too early? Should I say it now? That's right.
You're no Chad.
How do I join? How do I join Patreon? How do I join Patreon?
Now you're going to. Now you gotta roll it back a little. You're a little too much. Thanks for asking, Craig. You get extra audio, extra video, only available to our Patreon members. You get stickers and pins and stickers, pins, coins, path tags. The end of the year giveaway show, which is creeping up. It's going to be here in like a hot minute. Guys, we have a Patreon-only show. We literally just give stuff away. We empty out the prize closets at the end of the year. All of our sponsors give stuff. It's a really fun time. You guys want to be a part of it. You do that. You could be like, hey, you know what? Guess what, Craig? Rude Kool-Aid knuckled up to the bar. And she said, yes. I want to be a patron. I want to give you my money. I want to support the show, and we appreciate it. And we're going to take the money because we need it, and we appreciate it.
I will say too, Scott. That's a great name. That's a great
Rude Kool-Aid. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
It's no gas station tuna, but it's pretty good. It is
exactly.
So, guys, you want to help, or even Purple Cache Eater? That's pretty good too. Mine sucks, for the record. I don't mean to swear on my own show, but my name sucks. So. That being said, you want to help out and you want to join, you want to knuckle up to the bar, you want to show us that you mean business, you can. You go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Now it's your turn, PCE.
Fantastic, I'm on. Alrighty. Tonight's show is brought to you by
Wait,
Catch
hold on.
Me.
You
Wait,
threw her
okay.
the first one? Really?
Yeah, I gave her
Yeah.
the first one. I chucked her the first
I'm
one.
under the
Why not?
bus.
Oh, man,
Exactly.
he threw you under the bus hard.
Under the bus.
Sorry, that was awesome.
All I needed was a cue.
Yeah.
There
all
you
right,
go.
Sorry, go ahead. Wow.
Okay. All right. So tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com.
You gotta spell it out.
You got to spell it out. 'Cause he wants the H.
Oh, gosh.
No,
All right.
it's my OCD. It's really is what it is.
cachly.com.
And that's a real H, guys. That's not a
Yeah.
fake H.
No,
No.
That's a real one. All right, go ahead.
it's up to you, Scott. You're next.
Oh my
Your
God,
turn.
I'm so sorry. You threw me off, dude. Sorry. And we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's logwerk.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com. That's ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2 scent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUGSBUDY.com.
I could listen to you talk all day. I'll be honest. All day. All day.
I'll just read you the phone book.
Just read me the phone book, a
Okay.
dictionary, anything. And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And Art and Crafted. Art and Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL, if you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, then you've gone to the right place. Give them the opportunity to show you how they can enhance your geocaching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artandcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And by partags.com for all your swag and partag needs. Visit our website to get creative help, to trade or to log tags, or to purchase your own personalized partags. With over 50,000 tags to collect, partags.com is everything you need to start your partag obsession. Visit them at partags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And by GeoGo. Go caching with GeoGo, the geocaching app for Android that includes a wearable player, trackable scanner, companion watch app, and county finds database. If you're an advanced geocacher, GeoGo helps with powerful features like nearby cache notifications, optimized routes, offline mode, bulk TB logging, and much more. Learn more by visiting them at geogo.com. That's GEOOH-go.com.
And finally, by Crashcraft. Cashcraft creates handmade devious caches, including their popular devious branch cache made of a genuine tree branch. They also create path tag and geocoin displays, write-in-the-rain log sheets, geocaching stickers, swag to stock your geocache, and much more. Cashcraft has the geocaching products if you want to enjoy geocaching to the fullest. Visit them at cashcraftnj.com. That's CACHECRAFTNJ.com.
And as always, Craig, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or, Craig,
In our show notes.
in our show notes. Well done, sir. Well done.
Well done to Terry. That was the first time reading. See?
Yeah.
See?
Talk about throwing me under the bus. That's right. I got it.
So, Terry, where are you from? Because your accent is different than his.
Yeah.
It's different.
Well, originally I was born in southeast Queensland.
Uh-huh.
I now live on the central coast of New South Wales. So that's about 1,000 kilometres south of where I was born. Oh, kilometers. So you're not going to understand that. I don't know what that is in
I have
miles.
no idea how far that is. That could be
800 miles. 800 miles.
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
800
an
miles.
American.
There you go.
I couldn't tell you kilometers with a gun to my head. I couldn't.
So I'm sort of like from the northeastern part of the country.
Mm,
Mhm.
okay. And Craig, where are you from?
South of Sydney. So just south of Sydney. So pretty much just on the east coast itself. You don't know where Sydney is?
I know it's in
Sydney?
Australia. I don't know where it is.
Really? Everyone
need
thinks
a
it's the
map.
capital of Australia.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
It's
I'll
literally
take Terry Ann. I'll tell her to find Oklahoma. Let's see her show me that on a map.
She
I
will
know
be
where
able to.
Oklahoma
Don't
is.
judge me.
Yeah, she does. Trust me, she does. She's been to
Yeah.
America, Scott. No, Sydney.
right.
Sydney's on the east coast and pretty much exactly halfway along the actual east coast itself.
Mm.
Remember, Scott, as well, that Australia geographically is a similar size to the continental US.
Yeah, I know it's huge.
Yeah, so it's huge. So when I say in the center, you can understand it's sort of like around the what do you call it? North Carolina sort of area of our country. So yeah.
Yeah, I know
Whereas,
it's a huge continent. I know
whereas
that.
Terry's more up near towards the New York State sort of area.
Yeah, so she's different accent. Yes.
Yeah,
But then where's so where's like the Aborigine accent, like the harder dialect? Like where's that from?
More of the center.
Yeah, that's central. Yeah, that's center. And there's not many people there, so you won't hear too much of that. We call it the Bogan accent. Bogan in Australia is like a redneck. So
Yeah.
the
He's wearing a
Bogan
Tony
accent, the real Australian Bogan, mate. Yeah, talk like this,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah, I really
Yeah,
get down. I drink my beer through a long neck. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
enough.
that's them.
Fair
That's them.
Well, thank you so much for joining the show tonight. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We do have some news here before we get to the show, so we need to get to that. So, Craig, last week I put out a thing for the. Well, I haven't named it yet. We have to find a name for this.
We haven't named it yet. Yeah.
We had it for guys 2025 Thanksgiving ET Highway Extravaganza. That's not what it's called. That's what I'm calling it right now. We need a really catchy name for that and for the t-shirts. So guys, and Terry Ann, have you done the ET Highway?
No, I haven't.
All right, next November, you come to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's in Nevada, by the way.
Yes, I have actually been to Las Vegas.
Oh, I can't get her at all. I can't get her.
No, you can't. I told you.
We do get educated in Australia, don't worry.
Oh, yeah. Well done. All right. So you know when Thanksgiving is? You may not.
Yes.
At the end of
Yeah, I
November.
think it's
It's the end of November.
28th of November.
Yeah, it's 27th next year, I think. We're actually a bunch of us are going down to Vegas and we're going to do the ET Highway because it's a 4-day weekend.
Mhm.
So if you want to come, you're more than happy.
That's got a couple of hundred caches in it, doesn't it?
No,
couple of thousand.
I was 4,000 in 4 days. Yeah.
I knew it was many, many, many.
Yeah.
Now, but in saying that too, Scott, we've got to warn people. We the type of caching we are going to do, you must be okay with, and that is it's a leapfrog cache style.
Yes.
In other words, there's going to be multiple cars, and so you're not going to actually physically touch every single logbook because the ET Highway is not designed for that. The ET Highway is designed where a runner gets out, grabs the cache, physically grabs the cache, brings it back into the car. And as they're driving to the next cache, they sign the logbook and then they swap out the containers. That's what it's like. So
4,000 times.
Yeah, 4,000 times. So if you've got 4 cars, you do it 1,000 times in each car.
You're doing 1,000 times, yeah. So anyway, so I put out a call, Craig, last week. We're already at 16. Already.
16 already.
We got 4 cars already.
We got
Minimum
4
4 cars.
Wow.
Minimum. And it's still over a year away. So guys,
Yeah.
if you want to join us, again, you're paying your own way.
Yeah.
Make it abundantly clear. You're paying your own way to get there. I'm going to try and get a block of hotel rooms, hopefully cheaper. But we're going to have lots of fun stuff to do. I promise you. Events and t-shirts and all that. That'll all be free. But we're going to have a lot of fun stuff to do. But we're also going to do the ET Highway. And that is a chore. It's not fun. That is
No.
It is a chore. I've talked to people who've done it and so it's not fun at all.
The after event is the fun part.
Absolutely. Yes.
The beers,
so guys,
the nice cold beers.
You want to join us, you absolutely can. and we'd love to have you. Just shoot us. And by the way, you emailing us is no commitment. You're just saying, hey, I want to be added to the list of people whom I might go. Just email us at the geocachingpodcast@gmail.com and just say, hey, add me to the list, Scott. And I will absolutely lead you to the list. Add you to the list. No problem. So I'm kind of excited for that, though. I mean, it's over a year and away, and already I'm super excited for it. And I have so many trips planned before that, but I'm super excited for it. Another one, Craig. Yeah, you ready for this? This is gonna blow your mind. This is gonna blow your mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to West Virginia.
Oh, like as in Geo Woodstock.
I'm going to Geo
Woodstock. Finally. You're not going to dip in.
Guess
and dip
who also
out
was
like you
going to
did
Geo
last
Woodstock
time.
with me?
Who? Cody Dog. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he? If that's the case, then Scott, then maybe our listeners, if they're deciding to go as well, they should go now and put in their will attends too, because it's up around the 2,300 mark.
If it definitely has to go to Giga.
To Giga,
but,
yeah.
I gotta go to it. If it's a mega, I gotta go to it. So
Yeah.
I cut a deal with Shane. I cut a deal with my kids.
Okay.
Because that is the biggest baseball weekend of the year. Okay, is that? And Shane's playing in the biggest tournament of the year. That being said, I have to leave Saturday. I have to. After the event, I have to leave. I got to drive back. I got to be back.
You're going to do the dip in. You're going to do the dip in again.
No, I'm coming Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So you're going to come for a few days before that, then do the dip into the technical event, and then go. Yeah.
So I'll be there Wednesday, Thursday. I will drive day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Saturday morning. Yep. Makes sense.
Oh,
Looking forward to it, Scott. Looking forward to it, mate.
Yeah, how about that?
Perfect.
And Shane's like, as long as you're here by Sunday, I'm good. He's like, I promise you I'll be there Sunday. He's like, then go.
Yeah.
He's like, go have fun. So,
there you go. So he's getting older.
How about that? We're
That's
coming.
cool.
I gotta
really
get
cool.
I gotta get a hotel room. Yeah. So tell us about what else is in the news.
The other thing in the news, Scott, is the new Facebook photo comp as well. Now, I will say the person down below me right now, Terry Ann, she's the one that actually developed this for the GDU. And how long have you been doing it for GDU now, Terry? I think it's over a year now. Is it nearly 2 years?
Oh yeah, this is the fourth year.
Yeah. And so what it basically is, Scott, and that is I've put a post on the Geocaching Podcast Facebook page, right? It's on there now. And what you need to do is put a photo. Now, people put photos on there in the comment section, which is great. But you go on there and you give the thumbs up to whichever photo you like the best. If there's 2 or 3 that you like, give 2 or 3 likes. It doesn't matter. And what happens is at the end of this month, the voters the vote, and so whoever gets the most likes on their photo, that's the photo that wins for that month, which is then getting a prize from Cashcraft New Jersey as well. So Cashcraft themselves, they get a prize from them. And also, better still, they go into the calendar for the next year that we're going to create as well. So there you go. So they get their own photo in an actual calendar. Now, Terry, how many people out there that had their photo in the calendar literally went out and bought the calendar just because their photo's in the calendar?
Oh, 100%. And they normally buy 1 or 2. I actually had a photo submitted last year for this year's calendar, and it was an actual engagement photo. So it was the very moment that someone got engaged. So, of course, it's a nice big A3 glossy calendar. So she's gone and bought, 4 or 5 copies and then cut it out and put it got it framed. So yeah, and people buy it for Christmas gifts and all sorts. It's really great. And then I put on my calendar like the big events that are happening in Australia and New Zealand. So I put the megas on there as a good reference for people.
Nice.
That's perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, guys. So that started this month.
Yeah,
right?
It started already. Get on.
And
the
then
Facebook
we've got the Cash or Coffee contest starting in January, and that's going to be monthly. But we'll get to that next year.
Exactly.
Or maybe December. We'll talk about it. So yeah. All right. So I think that's all we got, right? Is that all we have?
That's it.
All right,
That's it.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So we do have an email though, really quickly. Sorry, guys. I keep. We'll get to the show eventually. I promise you. We do have an email from Merlin1392. He says, normally I write to each of you individually. However, I'm getting lazy in my old age. I just wanted to let you know that the Holiday Mission 2024 is now opened to submit your information. Craig, you know what this is?
No.
Okay, so you don't. How do you know? All right, somebody's phone is too close to there. Whose phone is too close?
Mine's well off.
There you go. No? Okay. It is a project. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a project run by Lava K9 and requires participants to submit their name and a number of missions they wish to participate in. Claire will collect the information and send out on November 25th your mission recipients. A simple card and unactivated geocoin are the most basic way to fulfill the mission. Many add trinkets, candy, pad tags, and more. You could find all the information about the project on the geocaching forums. Search Happy Holiday Mission 2024, Greg.
Yeah.
And or Terry Ann. You can do it too. I did it, and I got somebody in Germany. I actually got
international.
Ah,
It's
Yeah.
international.
It's international, absolutely. So what you basically do is you send a Christmas card out. You send a
Mhm.
Christmas card to whoever's. If you say I want to do one mission, then you get one name and an address, and you send. Usually it's a coin, an unactivated coin, and a holiday card.
Mhm.
mhm.
And you mail it to them. Of course, mine was in Germany, so I had
Ah.
like $30 to send my dog.
Yes.
Literally $30.
More than the coin actually costs. That's right.
Yeah. I'm like, of course I got somebody in. Of course.
That's really nice. That's really
Yeah,
nice.
they've been doing this for it's been going on for years. Yeah, they
Mhm.
do.
Okay.
They do Christmas. They do Valentine's Day. I think they do. They do a bunch of them.
And
They
when
do
was the
Halloween.
deadline again?
The deadline is November 25th. So basically, go to the
Okay.
geocaching forums.
23rd. 23rd, Scott. 23rd.
No. She will collect, send out. Oh, where does it say the 23rd?
Down the bottom.
Oh, you're right. The deadline for submissions is November 23rd. I apologize. She's sending
hate
them out
when
November
it's like
25th. I apologize. November 23rd, which is next week.
Yeah.
You basically really want to get them in again. So you need to go to the wild, wild west of geocaching, known as the geocaching forums. And you search. It
That
totally is. It absolutely is.
Gosh.
It is. It's a. What's so funny?
I think I've been to the forums, the actual geocaching forums, maybe once or twice, and even then it was by mistake.
It
It's
is the
because
wild
I was
west.
I was
It
searching for
is
something,
the
and
wild west, kid.
it got,
Yeah,
got
what
to a
am I
forum, went,
doing here?
"Oh,
Do a
what
little
is
search.
this thing?"
Just have some fun, man. You can have some. Go and have some fun.
I felt like I was on my Commodore 64 again. Like it's
Yeah,
insane.
I know. Yeah. So you go and you search Happy Holiday Mission 2024, and you will get there. So, guys, go do it. It's fun and it helps people out. So, Cashline says you need a thick skin. That's what you do,
Yeah.
man. It's Wild West. It's what it is. It's the last vestibule of the Wild West for geocaching. It is like the last breathing heartbeat of like the golden age of caching. Like that's what it used to be.
So there's no moderators on there or anything like that at all. Like,
There's
no?
moderators, but it's
They
the
don't.
Wild West. It's just a mess. Yeah,
The moderators done it. The moderators haven't been on there for a couple of years now, by the sounds of it. But anyway,
it's a mess. It is a mess. All right, that's it. That's all we got. I think
There we
that's the
go.
email. So yeah. All right. So let's talk, guys.
Mm.
Your first letterbox. Guys, give us a call 808-468-7924. Tell us about your first letterbox. We legitimately want to hear all about it. So let's talk about the first letterbox that you've done. Craig, I'm going to start with you. Your first letterbox you ever did.
Mine was a few years ago now, and unlike you, Scott, I don't actually have the GC code for it. I just remember it because it was a memory of such. Because
you
got
can
the
look
GC
it up.
code. No, how can you look it up? I don't know how to look it up.
Wait,
Man,
you're talking about like? Are we talking about like? I'm talking about like a geocaching letterbox, not like a real.
Yeah. It's a geocaching letterbox, but mine was an actual version though. Mine was an actual version of a real letterbox. So in other words, I think this one used to be an actual letterbox when letterboxing was around, and they just repurposed it and actually put a GC code on it. That's what I'm talking about.
So then
that's
you don't have the GC code. How do you not have the GC code?
How are you supposed to look it up? That GC code. This is years and years ago.
Dude, you go to geocaching.com, you go to your account, you go to geocaches, you go to caches you found, you find the letterbox, and you go to the first one.
I went through Project GC and it wouldn't link. The Project GC didn't have a link for it. Jeez, because I'm not like you. I'm not a stat hound like you. I just find them and then sign it and then log it and then move on.
Move on.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why the ET highway is going to be great for me. Just saying.
Yeah, that's your bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, do you remember what it was called, Craig? Could somebody Could somebody in the chat room look up Craig's account and look at his first one, please?
Can you do mine while you're at it?
Go on to Terry. Go on to Terry now, and I'll look it up.
I didn't know I had to get directions.
Well, I don't have the answer for mine either.
See?
Found a cache. Really?
Oh man.
Okay, I'll do mine. And you guys. Okay, so what you do? You go on to geocaching.com. You go to your account. You go to your geocaches. Okay, you find letterboxes, you click on letterboxes, it opens up all the letterboxes you've done, and you scroll to the bottom, and that's the first one you've ever found.
Where's Letterbox? Where's Letterbox?
'Cause
Where's
there's-
Letterbox?
It won't let me click on Letterbox. I can't click on
No.
Letterbox.
It won't let you click on letterbox.
No.
No.
All right, let me stop the show so we can figure out what's going on. Okay, geocaches. Then you type on. Where's Letterbox? Letterbox hybrid. Click on it. I click on it. I have 182. I scroll down to the bottom, and there it is. Hope's Letterbox. GC1J1G3.
Are you going to your profile? Are you?
My profile, yes.
And then go to
Stats.
oh, in there. I went to
He's already
stats.
beat you to it. Has the Patsies come? GC19B7P. That's your first one.
Has the
Thank you.
postie come? The postie. The postie, not the
I look like
Patsy.
an I got my
Patsy.
glasses on.
The postie. Do you know what a postie is, Scott? A postie is a
don't.
postman.
Post office.
Postman. Postman.
That's right. I thought it. Wait, I thought you
postie is
put
a
O after
person.
everything. Now you're putting postie. You're putting an IE.
Yeah, that's right. Because
Y'all were lying to me.
postie. Yeah, postie. So there you go.
In
And
2014, that was 10 years ago. You're like a few years ago. That was a
And-
decade ago.
it was by Peagle Boy, who's a good
Ah.
listener of this show who lives down in Wollongong, which is my hometown. And he commented on the show last week as well.
He
So
did.
there
Yes,
you
you're
go.
right. He
Yeah.
did. He's not here
Yeah.
today. Yeah, you're right. I was
No.
not here with 2 Australians on the show. He's not here.
There you
Okay,
go.
so that
There
was
you
your
go.
first one. Okay, so
Yeah.
now that we know, so you still can't access it. Everybody on the planet can access it, but you guys.
No, I've got it. I've got
Must
it
be an
now.
Australian thing.
I've got it now. I was going to stats. I was going to
we are
stats.
down under after all.
Okay. Terry Ann, can you do it? Do you figure it out?
No.
She still hasn't figured it out.
Look, I'm just a girl.
I'm gonna look up Purple Cash Eater's first one, please.
Kitty found it. She's got it in the chat room there. So it was San Remo Mail.
Oh, there we go. Okay. See, we got it.
See?
All
There
right,
you
so
go.
let's talk. Craig, we're gonna go to you.
Yes.
So let's talk about it. So tell us
Yes.
about your first one. Tell us about your first letterbox.
So as I said before, this letterbox itself used to be, by the looks of things, it used to be a real letterbox of sorts. And then when geocaching came on board, and then it actually changed into an actual letterbox type cache. So by looking at it here, it doesn't look, I don't recall what it says in terms of the thing, but what I do recall is that it was one of those ones where, you says, you go to this location and then you look across the road and there's a big tree and then take, 50 yards to
Oh, it's a letterbox. It's a letterbox.
That's a letterbox. Yeah, letterbox.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Yeah, that's right.
Well,
That's
that's
right.
not all it
That's-
was. That's what it is. It's a letterbox.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's-
So it was
that's-
relatively easy for you. It was relatively
Yes. Yeah, relatively easy for the time. Exactly. I'm going to view the gallery now as well to see. And it looks like it had a beautiful view at the time. Look at that. It was a beautiful view down by the lake and the coast of Australia. It's gorgeous, stunning. I
Is it
remember
still
it very
active?
well. No, it's gone now because there was too many
Yeah.
thorns, apparently.
Mine's
Overgrown.
gone as well.
There's too many
Overgrown.
thorns, so we archived it because it was too many thorns.
Yeah, overgrown and too much to replace. Too many thorns now, and rightfully so too, because the area in which it's in, it's in the northern area of Wollongong in Australia, which
Mhm.
it's a bushy area off that coastline itself too. So,
Mhm.
so yeah, nice area.
Okay.
There you go.
Terry Ann,
Yes.
to you.
Well, I remember it, yes.
Yeah, right.
Woo!
When was it? Do
Um,
you remember when it was? Oh, here we go. I found this. Oh, no, that was. Do you remember when you found it? Nope.
Give
No.
3 seconds and I will tell you. There you go. I found it back in 2016.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
Woohoo! Yeah, and it was just in a little bushland. What do you call bushland in America?
Woodsy here. They call it
Woods.
woods.
A little woody area.
We've got. Thank God we've got Craig here. Like,
I know. I brought my translator. So yeah,
Woods
just
cross.
a small little patch of woods, and it was just like a short little walk, and I think it was an actual letterbox that they'd stashed under a tree log, but it's not a true. I going through my notes, I haven't actually found a true letterbox hide. I've only found reverse letterbox or hybrids.
You've never like a hybrid. If I'm understanding correct, a hybrid is just a geocache with a letterbox inside, with the stamp inside. Isn't that a
And
hybrid?
that's all I have found.
Or you've never done a true letterbox?
Not a true one. No,
Really?
not where they go to this point and head
No
in this
way.
direction
How many
10
years have you
steps.
been? How many years
No.
have you been caching?
Gosh, what are we up to? 24? About 8 years.
And you've never found a true
No.
wow. Okay,
No.
Craig, do they not have true letterboxes in Australia, or is she just not
It's-
hunting the right ones?
No, we do, but they're not really. They're not
Not
advertised.
very
They're not
common.
very common at all.
Really?
They're on
I'll
a
have to
different
go
app,
hunt one out.
you know. So it's very rare that we get them in Australia, whereby they are a letterbox and a letterbox hybrid. You know, what I mean, like they're actually on both
Mhm.
apps. So it's very rare that
Mhm.
happens.
Okay, interesting.
Mm.
My first one, Hope's Letterbox, as I said, GC1J1G3. I found it when did I find that? In June 2009. I found it with a friend of the show, Wheels 00. Me and him found it. We were going for a 6-icon day. Now, what you guys have to understand is that in June 2009, a 6-icon day was super difficult to do.
Mhm.
Now I could do it in one preserve. It's easy to do now. I can get a 9-icon day pretty easy, but it was super hard to do back in the day. And we were going for it, and I have zero memory of this. Zero memory of getting this. None. I remember the day. I remember going and getting the 6-icon day. No memory of this cache, so it must have been pretty insignificant that I don't recall it. Sorry. It was also a hybrid. She says it's a real letterbox, not a hybrid, but I don't see it's not, because it's literally just a hybrid. It's just there. It is. It's got a
GC
stamp.
code. It's a hybrid with a GC code.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So it was just a hybrid. So my first letterbox was literally it wasn't a true letterbox. And speaking of letterboxes, either of you ever letterboxed before?
No.
No.
Because remember, a couple months ago, February. Sorry, we had a true letterbox around the show. We had a letterbox person on the show, and it was actually really fascinating because, like, letterboxing, fascinating hobby.
Yeah.
But actually, have you ever come across a letterbox in the wild? A true letterbox, not a geocache.
Mine's all been geocaches.
Really, you've never stumbled upon one. You've never.
Nope, never.
Wow. I have on more than one occasion, I have found a letterbox and a geocache right next to each other.
Oh, right.
Oh.
So is Letterbox a separate app?
Letterbox is a whole separate game.
It's a whole
Yeah.
separate game.
Whole separate
Yeah.
game.
I know it's a game, but do they have their own app?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, wait. I'm not sure they have an app.
I think it'd just be a website.
They have a website. I think it's a
It's a
website.
website. I don't think
Yeah.
they've got an app developed for letterboxing though.
But yeah, it's literally like I have found. I remember once we were in a cemetery and I found like 6 feet from each other. One was, and the letterbox said, "This is not the geocache written." I have found 2 hanging in trees, in a pine tree. 2 hanging in pine trees. One was a cache. One was a letterbox. I have found that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
multiple occasions I have found it. It's crazy.
No.
It sounds
here-
interesting.
Here's a question for
Letterboxing?
you, Scott.
Yeah.
With letterboxing, I'm assuming that this is what happens. That is, you've got an actual book yourself, like a letterbox book, and you take that book with you when you're in your letterboxing / geocaching, and you use the stamp that's in the letterbox / cache into your book. So that's your log, and then you put your own personal stamp in that log. So that's how a letterbox actually works, with the stamp and the stamp.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
Scott, do you actually have a letterbox book?
I do not. No.
I've met people, Scott, in was it in I gotta think where it was now, in Alabama. In the middle of Alabama. I went to an event there. They said, "Do you want to come for a cache?" I went, "Absolutely." So we went for caching on this beautiful, beautiful walk, gorgeous walk. And there was like 2 letterboxes on that walk. And yet all of them, there was like 5 or 6 of them, they got out their actual letterbox books and their own little letterbox stamps. And they're all up there going, "Yep, clip, 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 clip." And actually, they've even brought in a spare ink pad. One of them had an ink pad, Scott. So they didn't run out of ink, so it didn't dry up. So they could actually, get the stamp from the actual letterbox cache too. So I looked at it and they go, "Where's your book?" I go, "You're too hardcore for me." I said, "I don't have a book." Jeez. I saw in the log and move on. Like that's
Yeah.
No, the closest I've got to that is we've got Cody Doug's got a stamp with his name and my name on it. That's about the closest I'm getting to it. So we don't have that for your head.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I don't have one of those.
No.
Just because I don't really letterbox. I don't. You know who does? Chad's got one.
Of course he would. Of course he would.
He does.
Of course
He's got a book. I promise you. If you were here, he would say, "Yes, I do." He'd probably show it to us.
Yeah, he would.
He
He would.
absolutely does. He has. I know for a fact he has a book. I know for a
Mhm.
fact. So, okay. Guys, give us a call 808-468-7924. 808 got swag. Craig,
Yes.
what's your second one? Next one.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to talk about my first hide, my letterbox hide. Can we talk
Go
about that?
for it. Talk to me
Yeah,
about
yeah.
your first letterbox. How many hides do you have? Just out of curiosity.
A letterbox hides one.
I give 2.
But are you ready for this? Now, people out there listening to this podcast, I don't. Yeah, okay, it's illegal, Scott. My letterbox is actually illegal.
Your
Now, the reason
letterbox
why
is wait. Your letterbox is illegal, is what?
illegal in terms of geocaching, illegal, not illegal in terms of the law, but just the geocaching rules illegal. What happened, Scott, is when Adventure Labs were given out the first time around. This is years and years ago, right? This is going back 2019. I placed this, right?
Okay.
And that is, I placed the letterbox cache and I put the stamp in it as well because I assumed that anything could be a letterbox cache as long as it had a stamp in it. So my Adventure Lab bonus cache I classed as a letterbox cache and I logged it as letterbox. It went through the reviewer and the reviewer went yes and actually reviewed it and it's now
wait, and
published.
all you did was put a stamp in there.
Yes, because
But
that's all
isn't
you
that
need to do.
Isn't that that's a hybrid? That's a letterbox hybrid.
A letterbox hybrid, same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
what
why
we're talking about.
wouldn't
We're not talking about original letterboxes. I've never done an original letterbox, so I'm not going to place one.
No,
Never
but I'm
mind.
saying, but if you put, I'm just trying to understand. If you put a
Yeah.
bonus cast out
Yes.
and you put a stamp in there, or
Yes.
a stamp, right?
Yes.
And you labeled it as a letterbox, there's nothing illegal about that.
Yeah, it is because Adventure Lab bonuses must be mystery caches. They cannot.
Mm.
They cannot be
Oh,
letterboxes.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So that's
what
why.
yours-
That's why
that's
I've broken the rules. But it's still there, and please don't hurt me for it. And I hope.
you shouldn't have said anything.
I know, but
The-
anyway,
The reviewers are onto you now.
Yeah.
I'm too honest. Well, it was actually a reviewer who'd done it and then private messaged me
Of
and went,
course.
Craig, this is illegal.
By the way. Oopsie.
Wow. So you're probably
Yes.
the only one out there with that.
Yes, I do
I
believe
reckon.
so. So yeah, it was done by our old reviewer at the time, who's now retired, and
He's
thank him
or
for his
fired.
service.
Or is it fired? Is he
No,
retired?
he retired. He was an old school. He was like one of the OGs of geocaching. So
Oh, gee.
yeah, to the point where he became the last 5 years of him being a reviewer, he never found a cache. Like he was just a reviewer. That's it. So,
Oh, really? Wow.
yeah,
Well.
yeah. He was one of those. But anyway, thank you for your service, and thank you for not realizing that this should have been a mystery cache, not a letterbox.
I can't believe you let that go. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Scott, the
Yeah.
only
Did you word it kind of funky so you didn't say bonus cash or letter? Like
oh no, I put the Beaches of Byron in brackets AL bonus, and that's in the because you had to have AL bonus in the heading as well, Adventure Lab bonus, to say that this is a bonus cache.
Right.
That's the
Well,
rules
here.
of having a bonus cache, but not
Kitty Hicks in
realizing
the
that.
chat room. Kitty Hicks says, "I am targeting a letterbox in Darwin next week. That is a bonus
Oh.
for an Adventure Lab.
There you go. You're not the only one.
AYDMN. Is that yours? Just out of curiosity?
No. Mine's in Byron Bay. Mine's where the Hemsworth brothers are. So Chris Hemsworth and that lives in Byron Bay.
Well, there you go. GCAYDMN. That's also
Oh, there you
a
go. So I'm not the
letterbox.
only one. That's good.
the only one. See, you
That's
thought you were
good.
special. Nope.
Yeah, I'm special.
You're not special. Not. Barney lied to you.
Yeah. It's a possibility, Scott, where that one was actually reviewed by the same reviewer because he would have done
This would be fantastic. It would be amazing with the same guy. That'd be absolutely amazing. Oh, Greg just froze on us. Oh no.
Oh.
So Terry Ann, why don't you talk about another one you've done?
Okay. What's another one I have done? I'm trying to find one that's got a few favorite points. How about this one? So the GC code is GC67W4G.
Mhm.
It's called Portland Head Letterbox. That one is located. Just trying to see
in
on my
Portland?
little map.
US?
I imagine it is in Portland, but probably not in the US. No, so it's just sort of northwest of Sydney, and it's got some really great views out there. So this was a little bit of a hike, and it was a really hot day. Like it was like 40 degrees when I did it, which is I think around your 80 or 90 Fahrenheit,
That's hot.
like
Yeah,
hot day. Yeah.
that's a hot day. Yes.
Yeah, so I found that one, and it was a bit remote. So that one was Portland. I did actually manage to navigate to the location where I can click on the Letterbox hybrids and find all my caches.
And it actually was same thing though. It was like regular cache. Like
Yes.
you just used your
Just
GPS to find it.
Yeah, it's just like a standard cache, and it's just been classified as a
Nice.
hybrid.
Yeah,
Mm.
sure.
Yeah, it's just got a regular logbook inside. No need to navigate your way around, but that one's got a few favorite points. I would love to do actually learning about the true letterboxing. I'd love to do one, like, because everyone's interpretation is different. So,
Sure.
it's saying face west, do 10 steps. Well,
Mhm.
everyone's 10 steps is slightly different. So I reckon it'd be fascinating to do.
I've done 2.
You've done 2.
I've built 2. Both of them the
Okay.
same way. I did
Yeah.
one, and this is a totally different way to do it. I did one called Mall Hunt. It was
Mhm.
it was around for like 8 years. I put it in a mall that I grew up in, the mall I grew up in. It was around from 2011, and I got archived in 2019. I archived it because the mall was going through some super drastic changes. They were like totally redoing the mall, and they were like cutting part of it out, and it
Right.
was a mess. I'm like, I'm just archiving this. But what I did is I created a map.
Mhm.
So I started you right at the front door of the mall, okay? And then I created
Yep.
literally a map of icons. So it was icons
Oh,
of
okay.
certain stores.
Uh-huh.
So take a left at the cowboy hat, where the cowboy hat was like actually a restaurant.
That's
There's a big cowboy hat. Yeah.
cool.
And and then so
Yeah.
you'd walk and then take a left at the bathrooms. You take
Yes.
the bath. So stuff like that. And it took you all around the mall. And then finally the problem was that our reviewer at the time was like, you have to be able to use a GPS. You have to. It's kind of
Oh,
like the rule. I'm like, oh.
okay.
So like finally I took him to the fountain and I'm like, okay. And then for the final, you have to like count corners and then count for north and then count something for a waypoint 25
Mm,
to west or whatever. And here you go. Here, Jim Stark. I found Scott's Mall Hunt. There you go.
there you go.
So yeah, and it was actually really nice. The final
Mm.
was outside in the parking lot under a lamp skirt. Pretty simple,
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I took them all through the mall.
That's
That was my
interesting.
first one, Mall Hunt. Yeah.
Did you have any trouble with maintenance? Like, obviously shops closed down and other
Yes.
ones.
Yeah, it became a little bit of a pain, I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Yeah, it became a pain when they didn't shut down that often, and I tried to use stores that were like I
Well
tried to use
known.
like a bathroom or a water fountain or something,
Okay.
like something
That
along
wouldn't
those lines.
change.
So
Mm,
yeah, but I've once or twice I had to update the icons, once or
yeah.
twice, but nothing horrible.
Okay.
I mean, it was up for 8 years. Um, my
I mean,
second
that sounds fun.
Yeah, my second one
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
everybody on this show will know, was Get Off My Porch. It was a Travel Bug Hotel. It was, I'm sorry, Mall Hunt was GC30V6T, and Get Off My Porch was GC8408A3, GC84A0A3. And that was on the porch of my house that I had.
He's
That
back.
was He's back. Hey, what's up, man? So Get Off My Porch was it was a map, but I put you in a park.
Mhm.
I don't know, 6 blocks, 7 blocks from my house. And I took you around the neighborhood the long way. And what I did is icons. Like I did like
Okay.
4 blocks, and basically I did like block icons times 4. And then I would do like, trying to think of an example. I can't even think of one off the top of my head. But like the street name I would incorporate into an image. So like it would literally be an image. And so
Okay.
take a left at the Grove. I'd put like a picture of Grover minus R. And you'd
Oh,
you
yes.
take a left, you at 4 blocks, and I'd have a turn signal. So you take a left at Grove Street, stuff like that. And it got you to the front porch of my house because yeah, mainly because like we didn't want ground zero to be at our house. We'd rather it be away from the house. So
Yes.
like some people didn't know where we lived. So yeah, so it was fun. It was nice. That was around, and that one a lot. Oh my god, I met so many listeners coming to so many listeners came, and
Yeah.
I when I was home, when I worked from home, it was awesome to be able to meet them and say hello. So
Good thing you're a social person.
I know, right? Well, first of all, if you have a cash on your porch, you kind of have to be because.
Of course. Yeah.
But it was actually kind of nice, and I felt horrible because we had a Ring doorbell so I could see when people were on the porch,
Right.
and it was great. Oh, I had a thing like you knew you were being recorded. I wasn't hiding it from
Yeah.
you, but like I felt horrible because listeners would come from out of town. And I'd
Right.
be out, and I'd be at a baseball game, or I'd be at work. I'm like, oh my, and I'd talk to them. I'd be like, oh my God, I am so sorry. Like, I hate that I'm missing you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was around Get Off My Porch. It was a GCPC destination cache for many listeners. Over 250 listeners came to that porch, by the way,
Wow.
over the years. It was a
I
lot.
had plans. Scott. I had
You
plans.
took way too long, dog.
Well,
You
you
took
live way too far away. And what I was going to do, I was going to do the same thing that Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, did, and that is wait until you're actually live on a podcast and then come and knock on your door.
Yeah, then you keep knocking on the door is what he did.
I was going to do it on a
Yeah.
Wednesday night. So there you go. That was my plan.
That's
Same
funny.
as Josh.
But that was, over 250 listeners. That was from 2019 to 2024. Loved meeting all you guys. It was a pleasure to meet anybody I met. It was a pleasure to meet all of you guys on that porch.
So did you move or did you just archive that
Yeah,
cache?
moved
Oh,
in
you
archive.
moved.
Yeah, moved in archive. So, and you've never created one, right?
No.
See?
Is it a credit that you need or can you just make one?
No, you can just make one.
Make
Okay.
one.
But the best, do a true one. Don't do a hybrid. Do actual true.
Yeah.
They're fun. People will do it. People will do them.
It's
They're
different. I like it. And as I say, like I've never encountered one. So it'd be really interesting to put one out. Like we don't have many here in Australia. Like I think I'd have to do some digging to actually go find one.
right.
So
When I for example, my 1000th, okay, was my 1000. I made my 1000th a letterbox. I did. And my 1000th find. I found it. What is that? 7. That's July 9th, 2009. I found a cache called George and Letty. It's been archived. It is GC150QJ. Okay. And it's just a story. Okay. And what you do is you print out the cache page. At least I did in 2009. We didn't have phones back then. You actually printed out the cache page and you literally just followed the story and you walked and it told you when to turn. It was actually like, George, and it was a story of George meeting Letty, I think, or something like that. I'm not going to read the story on the air. If you guys want to read it, you can. And the links are in the show notes if you want to go to it. But yeah, it's actually really nice. My log even says here, what's funny is my log from 2009 says, I wanted something special for my 1000th find, and this fit the bill. I've eyed this one for over a year and decided to save it for the big milestone, and it did not disappoint. It was great being able to just leave the GPS in the car, not even a phone, a GPS in the car there, and be able to hunt this one with a piece of paper. It was a great walk, and the mosquitoes were minimal. You're on mute, by the way, which was very nice. At GC, I was looking all around. I was getting a bit worried I would not find it until I spotted something literally out of the corner of my eye, and there it was.
Cool.
And then there's a picture of me. Oh, Lord, I look horrific.
Back in the day.
2009 glasses.
Back in the day.
Yeah, with my 2009. Yeah. So we do have a call, though. We have a call on the line. I'm going to get the call. We've got, is that Western Australia? Is that Australia on the call?
Yeah, ACT, Australian Capital Territory.
I don't know what that means. But hello, Kitty Cash, right? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello, guys.
Hey, how are
I'm
you?
getting double sound here because it's bouncing backwards and forwards. Must be the time delay between here and wherever you guys are.
Probably. How are you? How are you?
I'm really good. It's great to see PCE. She does a great job on the podcast. I am getting a bounce back with the sound, so I'm not sure if I'm over talking anybody.
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
I found my first cache back in 2013 when I was over in New Zealand with a bunch of people.
Your first
Is
letter?
it working, Craig?
Yeah, you're working.
Yeah. You're perfect.
We hear you.
You're perfect.
Yes,
Oh, good.
we hear you. Yes, go ahead.
That was a pretty cool letterbox and introduced me into it.
What kind of?
I've also hidden one nearby, a terrain for letterbox up a gum tree, which is pretty cool. Got 18 favourite points and 70 finds, 18 favourite points. Not a bad sort of combination.
You say, did
But I
you say
wanted to say that I really enjoy the letterboxes where you have to do some projection or something like that because so many of them are,
did you say a gum tree? Is that like up? Did you say up a gum tree? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Up a gum tree. Okay. What?
It's a
I'm gonna
tree
know.
hide, Scott. It's
I'm
a
gonna
tree
know.
hide.
I gathered that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But how do you? So I'm assuming it's a letterbox hybrid then. If it's up a gum tree, I'm assuming it's a letterbox hybrid. Right? It was right. Right. Kitty Cash.
Oh, she might be
yeah.
out.
I'm a bit confused about the hybrid letterbox
Yeah.
hybrid
Fair enough.
word. I like the ones that have got a puzzle in them.
Mhm.
And not just you walk up to the coordinates and grab it and it's done, and it might as well just be a trad, right?
Yeah.
But anything with a little bit more work in it, I think helps to make it a proper letterbox, in my view.
Mhm.
I agree. Yes, I agree. Yeah. A letterbox hybrid is basically what you have. It's just maybe not what you have, but it's just a geocache with a stamp in it. That's a letterbox hybrid with no projection, no puzzle, no map, nothing. That's a hybrid.
Yeah. So some people climb this tree. Some people get a ladder down there to get up it. It does have a tree next door that has a possum box up it.
Oh, that'd be confusing.
Or our possums
Yeah.
climb into. And some people get a bit confused and try and get into the letterbox, possum box, and get a little bit of a surprise because often there is a possum in there. So I put in the hint now that it's the metal box they're looking for. It's a
Yes.
proper
Yeah.
Australian metal letterbox.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Up the tree.
Up
quite
the gum
high.
tree.
Yeah.
Up the gum tree. Love it.
I'm thinking, Kitty, we need to come up with a list that actually has on it the traditional sense of the letterboxes, and we need like an Australian list
Yes.
that people can go and look up to find a proper letterbox cache. I'm thinking we should do that.
Yeah, you must have them. And they must.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There's probably just not many.
Yeah. Well, put one out. There you go. Now you have one. Yeah. And then email the show and let us know.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Wow. All right, Kitty
Yeah.
Cash. That's awesome. That's awesome. And so wait, so what about your
One
first
last thing, I'm trying to fill my calendar
Uh-huh.
with letterbox finds at the moment.
Holy moly.
That's my challenge this year.
this year? You do it. Wait, whoa. Are we talking 365 letterboxes? Is that what we're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about. Every day. Went out to Murrumbateman about 45 minutes away this morning to go get another one of Darkside Dan's letterboxes.
Mhm.
And don't have to go out
Wow.
for another week, which is good. But I'm down to about 50 days left to fill.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Wow.
really good.
That is are you gonna put a challenge out when you're done with that? That you gotta find a
Yeah,
letterbox.
that's the plan, I think. As long as other people have done it. I mean, that's the idea, isn't it?
Cruel woman.
Mm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically you just took Terry Ann's theory of there's not many letterboxes in Australia and you dumped that right out the window.
Yep.
So well done.
Yeah.
That's
But are they traditional letterboxes or are they just letterbox
hybrid.
yeah. What is your hybrid to
Yeah.
traditional? What is your real letterbox to geocaching letterbox difference? Were they mostly hybrids where there's no projection or puzzle?
Well, I think that a lot of them are just like they give you the what 3 words and things like that, so you can work them out at home quite often.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still a puzzle, I suppose?
That's still a puzzle. No, that's
the projection ones are my favorites.
yeah, that's still a puzzle. A letterbox hybrid is basically just a geocache with a stamp in it, basically, or a
Mhm.
traditional with a stamp in it, I think. Meanwhile, you're getting blowback from the chat room. The chat room wants to know: is it the year grid or a year of consecutive days that you found one?
It's find one for every calendar day of the year.
Every calendar day of the year. That is insane. That is awesome. Wow, that is crazy. Wow.
So I've done trads, multis, and mysteries. So you got to move on, right?
You've done both of those too?
3
Yeah.
Wow, 3
trads, multis, and mysteries.
every day for a year. Wow.
Yeah.
Kitty is prolific in Australia.
She is.
Legend.
Yes.
Here's the thing. and God bless your heart. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. just because I don't have that many puzzles around me. You know, like I feel like
I think you got to be good at planning.
area.
Yes.
Yeah.
And traveling. She's a traveler too,
Traveling.
Kitty Cash.
Oh,
is a
you're a traveler. Oh, you're a traveler too.
Oh yeah, she's a traveler.
Kitty
So-
Cash. Just had a question. How many fines do you have? What's your count?
I've got about 23,000 fines.
Okay, that sounds about right. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, judging by how you cash.
So lots of travel because I retired 2 months ago. So woohoo!
Oh,
And I
Jealous.
can join the geocaching podcast again. It's great to see PCE here, but I've been a long time listener.
oh, thank you.
But it's great to see. I love this callback style of show. It's been real fun the times I have been able to catch up. And well done, all you guys.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in.
And Scott,
Thanks, Kitty.
just before she goes as well, Kitty Catch, not only is she an ambassador for Geo Woodstock for next year
Oh,
as
you're
well.
kidding.
She's an ambassador. She's an Australian ambassador for Geo Woodstock, but she's also in there. She's also co-hosting the next Australian mega event in January. Kitty Catch, quickly just tell us the promote the mega down in Australia there in Sydney.
Absolutely. There might be a time delay.
Yeah.
Kitty Cash, can you hear us?
Oh yeah, we've got the Sydney GeoQuest on the 26th of January. Block party going to be held at the Sydney Olympic Park. Lots of international people coming. I think it's the first block party in the Southern Hemisphere so far.
Wow.
It's going to be a one-day event. Lots of fun. Right on the Parramatta River. Just got the gadgets labs happening and working on all the stuff. So it's going to be a blast.
Wow.
Anybody wants to come down and join us? It'll be fun to see some people from America come down all the way down under
Literally.
to nearly Craig's hometown. I see Michelle's hometown, right?
Yeah.
See Michelle?
Yeah, very close to my my hometown. In actual fact, I worked in the middle of Sydney there for nearly 18 years of my service. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I know Cody Dog's going there in February. I think you might miss this. I think Cody Dog's going to Australia in February.
Yeah, end of January.
Yeah, he's going to
So
miss it.
log your will attends GCACHF8.
There it is.
Good stuff there.
Yeah,
Hey,
it is not often I am like the sole American on the
Yeah.
show.
You're outnumbered.
Surrounded.
I am legit surrounded. All right, Kitty Cash, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Kitty.
Thank you.
You be well.
Thank you. See you
All
guys.
right, you be well. Bye bye. Yeah, it's rare. I'm not often the.
Yeah. But she honestly, Scott, as well, I will say that Kitty Cat, she is a wonderful ambassador for the for geocaching in general. What she does for the geocaching community in Australia is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, she's been a prolific geocacher down there for years and years and years, many years before me even as well.
Mhm.
And then when I started up the podcast, the GDU podcast, she was one of the first listeners on board straight away. She hosts, ready for this, Scott? She hosts listening / watching parties
Yes.
for the GDU every single month. They go there, they have drinks of wine together, they do, you know, have dinner
Take
together,
out
and then
food, yeah.
they take out food, then they literally sit there and watch. And sometimes when they go out for dinner and they want to watch it, they go out to their special room or whatever, and they get the barman or whatever to actually change the channel to watch the YouTube of GDU
No way.
live. Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
That's happened as well. Yeah, 100%.
Wow. That's
Yep,
so
so-
funny. Wow.
Yeah, big shout out to her. She's great.
Man.
Great.
Dedicated.
Once a month, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
once a month. Yeah.
Oh, it must be so nice to do it once a month. Dude, I've been doing this since 2013. Wednesday
Wow.
nights since 2013.
Weekly.
That is hectic, you know, like I got to work for a living. Got
This
things to do.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Really quick, I it's almost time to go. But I have to mention,
Mm.
I have to mention that our show is not our show. I apologize. One more cache. There is a cache in Chicago. It is a letterbox.
Mhm.
Craig, you haven't done this, but you know what?
No.
You literally have to do it. Okay.
Oh.
This cache is called Vampire Empire. It is GC1A2T0. Okay.
Mhm.
It is one of the top 5 caches I've ever done, and I've done just about 25,000 caches, and it is in the
Wow.
top 5.
Mhm.
5 of I've done. It is incredible. I've lived in Chicago my entire life, and I never knew this existed until I did this cache. Craig,
Yes.
all night,
It's okay.
all
It's
night.
okay.
Ba-dum-tsh.
all night. Did you know that there is
Mm.
a city underneath the city?
Well, I'm looking at that now because it's actually in the cache page as well, which is
Yeah.
really cool. 73% favorite points, and it's had over 426
Oh, it's
finds.
a destination cache. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is.
Yeah,
It's Chicago's Pedway. I never knew the Pedway existed ever.
Headway.
It's the Pedway. Basically, it is a city
Oh.
underneath the city. So there are shops, there are stores,
Oh,
there
really?
are restaurants, everything underneath the city, kind of like a subway. Like
Subway. Yeah.
it's this whole, and you can get on the subway. People literally, a lot of the buildings that the work and living buildings have elevators that go down to the Pedway. So you literally in the
Yeah.
wintertime don't have to go outside.
Yeah.
You can go down from your
Yeah.
building to the Pedway, get in a subway, get off at your stop at work,
Yeah.
and get in the elevator and go up to work. You literally
Wow.
don't even have to be
Done
outside.
it. No outside.
It is
I'm looking at some of the photos, and yeah, they've got like massage and pedicures and
it's
manicures.
oh my god, the Burger King is down there. Burger King, Subway, like
Yeah.
they have childcare. Childcare is down there. I'm gonna say that again. Childcare, underground childcare. Okay, crazy. You cannot miss this. You cannot miss this.
Wow.
And it takes you through it. It takes you.
Mhm.
It starts in what used to be Macy's. I can't remember. I don't know what Macy's is now. Macy's is no longer around. It's a store.
Mhm.
It takes you. It starts there. It starts you in the ground, the underground, the basement floor of Macy's is how you get to the Pedway. Though the GC, people asking for the GC, it is GC 1A, 1 Alpha, 2 Tango 0, and it is a definite. You can't. It's a must-do cache in Chicago. But there are caveats to this.
Mhm.
Because you're gonna hit certain things, you can't. I think the cache page says. I don't know if you still have it open.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah.
you can't do it on a weekend. It has to be during the week, and you
Mhm.
can't do it at like 7:00 p.m. because you have to get. Yeah, I think you have to go to stores or something like that. So you have
Yes.
to do it during working hours, during a week, during working
Yep.
hours. And that kind of hurts people, but it's incredible, absolutely incredible. Like I cannot recommend it. Nothing. People come and say, "What cache I do in Chicago?" First one I say is Vampire.
That one.
Have
That
to
one.
do it. It's amazing.
So Scott, apart from the fact that it takes you on a location that you didn't even know existed until
Never.
you went down there, apart from that, though, what else makes it that sort of high quality, that sort of
Because
thing?
it's a map. It is a map.
Okay, it
And
is
you
a map.
follow a map,
Yep.
kind of like mine. You follow a
Yep.
map.
Yep.
You know, and it's hard. It's not easy. It's not an easy
Yeah.
cache. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's super confusing, but
Right.
it's so cool. You know, and so what's funny is that if you know the city at all, when you finally get out, because obviously the final is out is up, it's out,
Mhm.
it's in public, and you're like, I can't believe I'm here. Where it winds up, I don't want to tell you where you wind up, but you're like,
Yeah.
how the heck did I get here? You know, like
Right.
this is not
See,
where like.
See, it makes
Great.
sense as well because GPS wouldn't work down underground.
No,
Yeah.
So it
no.
makes sense to actually have this as like a real letterbox.
Yeah, so
basically.
you have to print out the map and stuff. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. I did it. No, I did it with Daryl W4. We did it with Daryl.
Oh,
Back
there
in the
you go.
day. Yeah,
Back in,
long
that-
time. When
back
did
in the
I do
day.
it? When did I do that, Cash? Oh God, I did it years ago. I
Not
did it
really bad.
in 2014.
Oh, those maps. I'm just looking at the maps too,
Oh
Scott.
my! I'm looking
they
at the
are-
maps.
They are interesting. So I can see. So people. I mean, obviously they're going to go to this list anyway because you need to. You really do.
Do you see the map? Do you
It
see how
looks
I'm
like-
using that
It
map?
looks like you have to go up 4 stairs and then go across and then down and across and then don't go up the escalators.
It's
Yep.
hard. Yeah, it's tough.
Wow.
Yeah, it's tough.
Wow.
It's not an easy
That
cache
is
to
up
do,
for interpretation,
but
isn't
it
it?
is so
Yeah.
cool. It's super cool. Yeah.
Wow.
This cache is
go-
from 2008. It's an older, it's an
Go
older.
past the sunglass shop. So
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It is definitely
Wow.
not miss. Yeah, it's definitely
Wow.
a not miss. Yeah.
that is
Wow.
really cool. Very good. Thank you, for that, Scott.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll put that on my list.
Yeah, add it to your list of things
Yeah.
to do in Chicago.
And
Chicago.
Chad, when you do it,
Yeah.
we need a video. We need a
Oh.
video of you following these maps because
Yeah.
that is hectic.
That'll be one of the longest videos I do because
Yes.
I'm telling you now, I'm going to get lost. Just
Backtrack.
saying.
You
I
will,
know.
backtrack.
you will get lost.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
will.
yeah.
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 We did it a long time. Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
had 4 people. 4 people.
Wow.
Maybe even 5.
Now, just for
Wow.
other people's in mind, as well, Monday to Friday up to 7 p.m. at night, and then Saturday up to 6 p.m., but no Sunday at all.
Yeah.
So Monday to Friday up to 7 and Saturday up to 6 p.m. So you can do it Saturday, but not Sunday.
Yeah. So
there you
it does have times. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
guys have to make sure that you are
And-
there at the right time.
And it says garlic and a crucifix could be useful as well. So down the bottom. There you go. So there you go.
It's a good. It is a good one. I mean,
Mhm.
everybody you love it. Yeah. Any really quickly before we go, any cache any letterbox you highly recommend, or either of you, like highly recommend?
Not me. Not me.
No.
No,
No to
I
you.
haven't done any that decent. Like they've all been the hybrid style, you know what I mean? And so for me, they're not that sort of quality. So nothing
No.
like that. Nothing like that.
Right.
Yeah.
my log says quick find in the city today. It was definitely not a quick find. I promise you. That was probably sarcasm, is what that was.
I hate those logs when
You're
people are
not-
like quick find and you're like hours later.
Walk
You're
right
not-
up to it.
You're not sarcastic, Scott. What are you talking
No, me
about?
no.
No.
All right, guys, that was your
Mhm.
letterbox. Guys, thank you. Next week, Craig,
Yes.
Chad will be back.
He will.
Yay.
That'll be confusing for you.
next week. No, it's
No,
more confusing when he's not here.
Yeah, he's back. He's back in the groove then. See.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Habits.
Because then someone responds when I say
Yeah.
Chad. He's like, yes,
It's not just crickets.
No, he says yes.
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 Next week, guys. Did you know,
Mhm.
Craig,
Yes.
that Adventure Labs are 10 years old?
Only because you wrote it in the show notes.
They're 10
Scott.
years old.
Yes.
That's old.
Yes.
Double digits.
Yes.
So next year, guys, Adventure Labs 10th birthday. That's next. We're going to talk all about Adventure Labs next week
Mm-hmm.
for its 10th birthday. And we might not be kind to them, but we'll try to be kind to Adventure Labs. But,
As much as we
it is
can be.
It is their birthday. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that is next week's show is Adventure Labs 10th birthday. Talking about Adventure Labs. So Purple Cash Eater, thank you so much for coming on the show.
You are very welcome. This has been so much fun. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is your lunch hour, right? This is your lunch hour?
Yes.
Nice. So are you at work right now?
Yes. Yeah, I work from home. So
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, wow.
I've
that's
got 10,000 documents open in the background that I'll get back to.
And that's a green screen in the background too. That's not her backyard. Like that's
Yeah,
a green
dude,
screen.
I'm
Wait,
not at the beach.
Do the creepy thing you just did. Before
Oh yeah.
the-
Show everyone.
guys. Oh, that's so creepy.
Oh.
That is so creepy. Sorry, guys, listening at work. She basically lifted up the green screen and it was really weird.
And disappeared.
All right, so really quickly, Terry Ann, why don't you take a minute and pimp your show? Go ahead.
Sure. So you can catch Geocaching Down Under podcast on Facebook and YouTube. We go live once a month on the second Tuesday of the month. Now it obviously is in Australian time. So we are in the Australian Eastern Daylight Savings time zone. So it's 7:30 on a Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the month. We talk about all things to do with geocaching and try to tailor the content to Australian and New Zealand audiences.
Nice.
Yeah.
Once a month.
Yeah, once a month. And she always has special guests on too. Like last
Oh.
month
Yeah,
or last
once a
show.
month you should. It should be a damn
Last-
good show every show once. A
Last show, Scott,
Yeah.
she had one of the reviewers on her last show and actually did all reviewer questions and yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
month.
And I'll also spruik, our major sponsor is geostuff.com.au,
Yes.
and they sponsor the show by giving me prizes to give away each month. And the prizes they have given me are phenomenal. Like some of them, we're talking hundreds of dollars worth each
Wow.
month. Like
Wow.
just so generous, wonderful people.
Wow.
So
Do you ever get do you get listeners from out of from the States?
we
at
do
all, or
actually.
from-
Yeah, I get some from America. Craig when he can, but it's a little bit early for Craig.
Out.
But sometimes if he's up and about, I have listeners from Sweden.
Nice.
Where else do we have them from? Yeah, New Zealand tune in.
That's awesome.
I remember one guy from Houston, Texas, Dave. He
Houston,
always
Texas,
listens
Dave.
in because he normally works on of a night shift. You see, so he's
Yeah.
3:00 in the morning in
Yes.
Central Time is when she's on at 3:30
Oh,
in
really?
the morning
It's
Central Time.
You're 3 in the morning my time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3:30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's normally he jumps online. He used to do it when I was hosting as well.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
So,
He
yeah.
actually listened one time, and it was I think you call them tornadoes or hurricanes.
Yeah,
And there
Tornado.
was a tornado. There was a
Yeah.
tornado nearby, and he's like, "Oh, we're all hunkered down in our shelter, and I'm just listening to the podcast to pass the time." Like, okay, good luck.
And you never took phone calls. You could take phone calls.
No, we don't do phone calls.
You're on a whole nother side of the world. You could take phone calls.
We
Nope.
could.
Amazingly, no one has stolen it. Amazing
Yeah,
that no one has stolen it. We're still the only podcast that takes live.
you
phone
must be the only clever person to be able to figure it out.
calls. It's not that difficult. It really isn't that hard.
It's not that
That's just-
difficult. Daryl W.
It ain't difficult. It's just expensive. There's a
Yeah,
difference. It's just
it
expensive.
is.
But it makes a show to me.
Well, I hope your photo comp takes off as well as it has down here.
Yeah. Well, so far we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
It's actually
Mm.
doing really well so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
So
awesome.
far,
I'll jump
far,
on and have a look.
So
So
far, Scott,
apologies.
I'm winning. I'm winning so far. Thank-
You don't win anything. You're not winning anything.
I am. Have a look. Have a look.
Jump on
no,
and
I saw
vote.
that, but you're disqualified. You can't win anything. We appreciate you and thank you. We apologize for stealing your idea.
No, that's fine. I love it.
But yeah, so yeah, stay right there. Do not leave. Okay. Do not leave even when we go.
Copy
off.
that.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw you on mute real quick. So yeah, next week, Craig, we are
Mhm.
doing the 10-year birthday party for Adventure Labs. Talking about Adventure Labs next
Mhm.
next week. It's gonna be fun. I can't say next month like PC.
No.
over there. I gotta take next week.
Yeah, next week.
Next week. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's close this show. Here we go. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook and YouTube. The archive video versions of our podcast are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $5, you'll get a ton of additional information, extra audio, extra video, only available to our Patreon members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FDF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Nuts Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, PathTags.com, Cashcraft, and GeoGo. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we will talk to you guys next week. And we are clear. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you guys next week. Everybody be well, be safe, and hug those loved ones. We will talk to you guys next week. Everybody be well. Bye-bye.